Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome to this video. Thank you very much for clicking on it. I really appreciate it. Today, very exciting day, ISNA are back with their latest single, Sign. I'm not sure if this is meant to be a pre-release or just a standalone single. I truly have no idea. But either way, it's a new song and I'm very, very, very excited for it. We are obviously also a member down, Dune being currently on hiatus. I hope she's doing well and I hope that she can come back to us when she is all good and ready and healthy and all of that sort of stuff, but hopefully that is soon. I miss her. Anyway, yes, Izna, Sign. I have stayed clear of all of the teasers for this. I don't know what we're getting sonically, but I am super keen. If you didn't know, I followed the whole Island 2 journey. Big fan of these girls, and I loved the debut. I know some people weren't keen, some people were. It was kind of a bit of a mixed bag, but I personally was a big fan. Big fan of the whole mini album. I thought it was great. And yeah, I'm ready for the next step. So, without further ado, let's dive in. Let's have some fun. Let's go. I still haven't settled on a bias, by the way.
Starlight 아래 나란히 앉아서 두근두근 얘기할 때
Oh, Jimmy.
Moonlight 위에서 너와 춤을 출 때 You and I are up in the sky You make it feel like spring break, earthquake 나는 들어너 부를 수 없는 숙제 같아 넌 아이스크림보다 더 달콤해 And you make me down down 정말 모르겠어 널 말야 또 막사리지 마
Serenade me, someone. Oh, beautiful. Love the guitar. Oh, I love it. Let's go, Mai. Oh, we're going through this again. Oh, this part is so pretty. Look at your little face. Gorgeous. Oh, that's really pretty. Oh. Excuse me, Sebi? That voice? Sebi got some power in her voice, man. That was excellent. Oh, that's so pretty. Really good. That was really good. That was somewhat reminiscent of, to me anyway, somewhat reminiscent of, sorry, K-pop in the, I want to say the 2017 to 2019 era, which was right around when I was getting into K-pop. So it's a very nostalgic era for me. I don't know, there's something about that that was really reminiscent of that era. I loved that. I really like that. That had some real interesting sounds. We're gonna go through that again because I wanna point out and I want to talk about some of the things. But Yeah, that just felt so nostalgic and good and fresh as well. Like, it's always interesting when you have a really nostalgic sound because it can sometimes feel like, well, we've heard all of this before. This isn't anything new, but like, that's just music. It's very, very difficult to come up with something that sounds entirely new. But that's besides the point. But yeah, this it can be it's a fine line between nostalgic and boring because you've heard it before. There is like a fine line, but this both sounded nostalgic and really fresh at the same time. That was, yeah, big fan. I love seeing Donghyun being a main vocal and doing her thing. That was great. You can kind of see, I think you could see that the parts where they would bring Dune in, there were definitely some parts where I'm like, Dune's voice on this part would sound incredible, and so on and so forth. So I fully expect that, provided everything goes well and Dune comes back healthy and strong and all of that sort of stuff, I can see that she will fold really, really easily into this song, But yeah, love seeing Donghyun's main vocal coming through. Coco, obviously, with her verse. I love the beat on that. That was insane. Jimin kicking us off, sounding incredible. Like, everyone just sounded great. Sarang holding it down, holding it down with a solid vocal line in that. Honestly, like, Mai's just like, I totally understand why they wanted her in this group so badly. I too. I mean, granted, there were about 10 girls that I wanted in this group, so, but Mai was very much one of them. But I totally understand why production wanted her in this group so badly. Like, there is something so captivating about Mai. The way she performs, obviously visually, she's absolutely stunning. But I think she sounded so good in this as well. She's got such a great presence for that hook part of a song, Really, 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 really solid. And then little Sebi coming through with the power at the end. I love this group, man. I love this group. This group has some serious powerhouses, and every time I watch something from them, I'm just overwhelmed with both pride and excitement for the future and all the things that can come. Because, like, everything's there. all of the ingredients are there to make a real special something. Yeah, anyway, let's go through this again. Oh, great song. Okay. Like, even just this opening sound, kind of music box like. It has a very like 2010s vibe and energy to it, this sound. I don't know why exactly, but it just makes me think of 2010s pop music. Yeah, it's real pretty. I love that Jimin's voice comes in a little bit deeper. Oh, yeah, the way Sarang comes in here, like, her voice. Because the way both Jimin and Donghyun approached their lines here, it was a little bit lower, kind of huskier, a little bit more of an affected tone. And then you have Sarang coming in, and she's got this, she's approaching it in a much clearer way. Like, there's a real bright clarity sound to her voice. That just makes for such a great contrast from the opening to the, what is it, like the first pre-chorus? I'm not sure. Is it just the second half of the first verse? I can't remember. But, to the next part of the song is big fan. Excuse me. Play. Beautiful. You and I are up in the sky. You make it feel like spring break, earthquake. Love that melody. I love that melody so much. Oh wait. You make it feel like spring break, break, earthquake. Oh, so catchy. Ah, there's the pre-chorus. But this is what I mean. Like, so Sungin obviously does this part beautifully, but I can definitely imagine on one of these pre-choruses June coming in. You think of June's voice, her tone, it's like made for this kind of pre-chorus. It's made for it. So I can I love Sungin on it, and I don't want it to change. But one of these pre-choruses I can totally see June on for sure. And then, oh, the guitar that comes in. This. Look at her. Oh, she sounds so pretty. I love mine so much, man. I still haven't settled on a bias. It's been so long now. It's been what? I know recently it passed a year since the initial performance videos came out. So it was November that they debuted. So it's been coming up 6 months since they debuted. Even longer than that since the final members were announced. I still haven't settled on a bias. Because every time I'm like, yeah, it's probably Sungin, one of the other members, usually it's Mai or Coco or Sebi, I think. They just come along and they just and that's not even to mention the other three. They all just I just can't settle on a bias. It's impossible. Anyway, yes, this chorus. The production on this chorus is so interesting to me. And this is part of what I think makes this song sound so fresh, is there are these sounds and these instrument lines throughout the production in this chorus that just give it such a unique and interesting sound. It sounds that you wouldn't necessarily expect, but also make total sense being there, you know? I think it's also maybe the melody line it takes. But so you have this well, it's like an EDM-y type vibe, type build up, right? It's very, very much that. But then that, I don't even know what you would call it. It's kind of like a brassy, lower synth sound. It's just not what I expected. And that almost has a bit of a retro energy to it as well. That specific synth there, it kind of reminds me of obviously very different song, very different vibes, but that specific sound reminds me a little bit of Sweet Dreams. If you listen to Hold On. Okay. Not it just showing me J-Hope. I love you, J-Hope, but I'm trying to find Eurythmics, thank you. Yeah, you listen to that synth line. That is that lower, kind of brassy sounding synth. It reminds me of that. You see what I mean? Like I said, very different songs, very different tones, very different vibes, but just that specific sound. And I just wasn't expecting it from this build-up to drop into that kind of sound. But it works so well. And then this drum beat, so prominent with the cymbal. And then the bass we drop into for Coco is everything. What the smashed ass man. Damn. Has anyone been able to read those messages? Because I can't make it out, but I'm sure someone's figured it out. so pretty. I love this pre-chorus. Oh, that visual. The cracks showing, like, mirroring the wings. Oh, that's such a cool visual. Such a cool visual. Oh.
Do you wanna take it? Gotta keep the pace. Or you better stop wasting time. Can you just give me a sign?
That synth is so good. And then just that one guitar strum. Oh, so pretty, so dreamy. And we got a bridge. We got a bridge, everybody. Can you believe it? Wait, who does she hug? Is it Coco? Oh. The shared note between Zong and Sarang. I live for it. Did that book say breaking out the friend zone? Oh, breaking the friend zone. That's hilarious. Turning what if into whatever. Hilarious. The way I cannot process that is Sabi's voice. Is it Sabi's voice? Like, I'm genuinely experiencing doubts, because what do you mean? What do you mean? Now, don't get me wrong. I think Sabi has had a great voice. I've really enjoyed Sabi's voice. I always thought she was pretty damn solid, like throughout the show and everything like that. I've never doubted her abilities. And I knew, given how young she is, chances are she would, you know, as with all of them, they will continue to grow and improve over time. But it's not computing. It's not making sense. That bit of the choreo is really cute as well, by the way. I do think part of it is because you have this, like, quite drastic juxtaposition between these very light vocals in the rest of the chorus and then that power coming through. Like, it is a bit like, whoa, switch up. But it just doesn't compute to me that is Sabi's voice. That's wild. That's such a good song. And then we get proper music boxy right at the end. That was great. That was seriously so good. And we'll pause right there. Oh, what a song! What a song, what a song, what a song. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. I really, really, really enjoyed that a lot. I feel like to me, this fits in really well as a follow-up to the debut. But I would not be surprised if more people vibed with this than they did with the debut. I wouldn't be surprised, because this has just, like, I think one of the things with the debut that a lot of people, I saw anyway, a lot of people had, like, even just, like, minor criticism with, was that it was relatively laid back. It was quite chill. There wasn't that big explosion of energy that we're so used to seeing within K-pop. Even, you know, to varying degrees varying scales and all that. It didn't really have that. And you know, like I said, for me, I was a big fan of it. I enjoy a more low-key sound. Like it that didn't bother me particularly, but that was definitely a criticism that I saw. And I think this, while it still does have that kind of laid-back energy, there is definitely more of a build and more oomph to it, especially in the way that it builds towards the end there. So I can totally see more people vibing with this than did the debut. But yeah, regardless, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan either way. And I will be listening to that just as much as I did the debut. Great time. Anyway, that'll bring me to the end of that. We've been here for nearly 25 minutes. Good lord. Wasn't fully expecting that, but you know, that's my brand. Thank you guys very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on Sign. Would love to know what people are thinking of it. I do have some bits and pieces of ISNA content that I need to catch up on. Mainly Patreon related stuff, but there's a few YouTube things that I still want to do that I never got the chance to with the debut, like dance practices and whatnot. So I may try and squeeze those in at some point. We'll see. We'll see how things go. And I don't know what they're doing by way of promotions for this, but I will do my best to keep up with what I can. So I look forward to seeing whatever becomes available to me. But anyway, I'm going to go. Thank you guys very much for watching. I will end this one here, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.